Hey everybody, welcome back. David Eon and the stunning Miss Lady Pop Hunter here with another discussion that we are sharing with you, and we are talking about the autograph phenomenon. That's right, the autograph phenomenon, because there has been an explosion of this over the years, over the last few years, and I can get kind of animated about it because, you know, I have a background that goes way back to the early 90s when I used to do things with Great Eastern Conventions and so on, and you got autographs for the price of admission. You know, even big people like Jim Lee and Todd McFarlane and Sam Keith, you know, those are comic artists, that you could go to the Great Eastern shows and get a free autograph as long as you paid to get in the door, and it wasn't expensive. You know, you're talking like $2 to get a ticket. You know, or if you went to the big sci-fi shows, you know, the big Star Trek show, whatever, or the big sci-fi show, and they had former cast members of Lost in Space or whoever was there, or Willow. You know, the guy from Willow was there a lot. Wicket, Warwick. When you would get an autograph from them, it was like $5, maybe $10 if they were big enough. Like, I think back in the early 90s, Lou Ferrigno might have charged like $10. I don't remember. But now, fast forward, we're looking at people charging thousands for autograph, hundreds and thousands. We had shown and talked about, I put it up on the Facebook group where, what's his name, Mark Hamill, his price list ranging from $400 to $700 for a signature. Don't ask for a photo. Things like that. Or who is it? Sylvester Stallone. Price ranges starting at $750 up to $3,000. It's insane. It's insane how much those autographs have gone up over the last few years and how expensive that's become and how much of a market that's become. And I'll tell you, I get annoyed with CGC because I get, like, almost every day, it seems, an email from CGC for one of their exclusive signings where they'll, you know, you sign or remark the book, and then they encapsulate it for you. They grade it. And I'm like, God, how many of these graded books must there be out there? Must there be out there that the prices are, it's like an artificial demand market for autographs now.
I mean, I'm not a fan of autographs. Many of you know I've talked about it before when it's come up. I just don't see the appeal or really the point of it. I mean, you get a comic book or a toy or something like that, something that got like great artwork, and then you sign all over it. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. I really don't see the appeal to. I do have a couple of autographs. They were all given to me.
Who gave them to you?
David gave me things that has autographs on it. Pictures.
Mostly wrestling stars. Yeah.
Except for the Bo and Luke dude.
Oh, that's right.
You know, it's okay, but it's like, I wouldn't go out searching for it, seeking it out. I mean, people get Funko Pops signed, and the Pops don't even look like the people. Or if it's an actor that's in a costume, it's like, how do I know you were in that costume? You know, you got Michael Myers. You had different Michael Myers.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So you get the right one to sign the right thing?
Right. I mean, even if it's a hot toy or a Funko Pop, a hot toy, anything, a neck of Michael Myers, how do you know this is the guy that was in?
You know what that makes me think of is the guy from Gremlins.
Yeah.
What's the name of that place?
Plastic Empire.
Yeah, Plastic Empire, because they do a lot of autograph sessions and they sign Pops. And the guy who was the kid from Gremlins was there doing a signing, and he was signing Gremlins Pops, and I'm like, but you're not Gizmo. Gizmo was the little puppet. You're the kid. shouldn't you sign something with your image on it? Or
There's nothing with his image.
Actually, who could sign that is Howie Mandel, because he did Gizmo's voice, I believe.
Oh.
So Howie Mandel's signature on Gizmo, I could understand, even though he barely said like 5 things, but not the kid. Plus, he's charging like what, $50-$60 for that.
Yeah.
And then the appeal for, because there's a lot of autographed Funko Pops out there. And this, the funny bit about Funko is, and I've said this before, they'll swear up and down Funko will never die, but the main reason they want autographs is because it'll help hold the value in case something happens. Is it really, though? Is it really holding the value aftermarket, especially when these people are milling out autographs? As I had mentioned, in the early 90s, I had seen Lou Ferrigno at sci-fi shows in the Boston area. Since, in the last 3 decades, since this is almost all he's done, a couple of acting bits here and there, but mostly he's been on the autograph circuit the whole time. What do you think he signed? 1-2 million things? Or Stan Lee, the whole big thing with Stan Lee's autograph, which exploded after he died and then dipped below where they were before.
Oh, wow.
Because he's been milling out his autographs since the mid-70s. There must be millions of things with Stan Lee's signature on it. And he would sign anything. Anything. I've seen his signature on Batman comics. People bring him anything, he'll sign it. He don't even care. Or didn't care, I should say. So,
I mean, I don't knock anyone that gets an autograph.
Sure. If
whatever.
you're into that.
That's right. If you're into it, that's great. Your money, hey.
Sure.
Whatever. But me, I don't know. I mean, I know people get like guitars signed.
Oh yeah.
Did the person play the guitar, or is that just something you had and you want to commemorate them by? I might can see a poster. And then the actors sign the poster, maybe.
Well, we know somebody had an autographed guitar.
Who?
Johnny.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, from Back to the Future.
Oh, okay.
Because he played the guitar in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I can see that. He got the correct guitar from the film.
Yeah.
The correct style, and got Michael J. Fox's autograph on it.
It remind me, it's a show out there. It's a WWF got it. I can't remember the proper name, but Mankind is like the host, and he'll get wrestlers and they'll go around the country looking for memorabilia, their memorabilia, to put in the WWF museum. So they went out with Steve Austin. And it was this guy. He had like everything Steve Austin. And he had some gloves that Steve Austin wore. And Steve Austin was like, oh man, you can't, go ahead.
It's not Steve Austin.
Who is it?
Goldberg.
Oh, Goldberg, whatever.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, Goldberg.
They're both bald.
Yeah, Goldberg. So Goldberg was like, oh man, I really like these gloves. They don't even make them no more. And he's tried to find them. He bought them from this one company because he liked it. They fit well and it felt comfortable. But then the company stopped making them, so he couldn't find the gloves. So this guy had the gloves and he signed it. He did sign it. And the guy was like, yeah, you wore these gloves. So when they went and they looked at it, he was like, okay, yeah, that is my signature, but I never wore these gloves. And Mankind is like, how do you know you didn't wear those gloves? And he was like, because I cut the fingers because the fingers were too small. So he had to cut like to the third knuckle to make the gloves fit. So his fingers were always exposed, and the fingers were still intact.
Okay.
So he was, you like the guy bubbled. You could see himself just deflate into nothing, cause he just knew he had gloves that
worn.
Goldberg actually wore, and he's telling everybody, oh yeah, Goldberg wore these, and he went there because they said he wore the glove. He ain't wore, because he wanted to buy the gloves for the guy. He didn't even want to put it in the museum. He wanted to buy the gloves.
He was crushed.
Yeah, that dude, everything left him.
That's somebody that the signature means something to, though.
Yeah.
You know what that makes me think of, actually? The same thing happened with Adam West.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was this huge, like, hardcore Adam West or Batman collector, and he had a lot of Batman memorabilia, including props from the original show. And they brought Adam West there. And he was showing him the cowl, and he was like, there's just one thing. This cowl's not mine. This is a stunt double's cowl.
How he knew?
He knows. I forget the reason why he explained it, but he was like, no, this one was actually it was from the show, but this cowl's for a stunt double. This was not one that I would wear. And the guy's like, you could just see his heart just crack. I was like, oh my God. I thought, yeah, because you're like, Adam West wore this on the show, and I love that show so much. And wait a minute, what? You know that moment.
Yeah, and then the camera caught the guy, and all of the air just leaving his body. You just saw it and you felt it, and it was like the balloon that you letting the air out, and you pull it
nice and slow. Yeah,
it's just like that. And then Goldberg, he felt so bad. He was like, "Oh my God, I feel so bad." Because I just crushed the guy.
I bet.
But I can't lie to you. These aren't my gloves. I didn't wear them.
Yeah.
They probably just sold it to you out in the lobby area.
Yeah.
But I never put these gloves on.
But we're seeing a lot of the, especially like I had mentioned, CGC. You're seeing a lot of that in the comics market, and the price is driving up and up and up and up. And true enough, though, that when those come back, like, you put in your orders and people send in the books, and whoever signs them, whoever the artist or writer or other celebrity that's going to be signing these books, and they come back, 80-90% of them end up on eBay. Because people want to turn around and flip them. But then they're saturating the market, and it's actually driving the value down. In this era where everybody's signing everything all the time and selling their signatures, I can't see a point in the future where they'll be worth more than what you paid to have that thing signed in the first place. It's not like back in the day when autographs were few and far between. And when we were in the live stream and we talked about this a little bit, I mentioned Houdini. I was like, how many legitimate Houdini autographs do you think are available for sale? You probably wouldn't see one in 5 years. It's very rare. Or anyone else, any old school, name Charlie Chaplin, anybody. Legitimate autographs back in the day, it wasn't that much of a big thing. And when people did do it, they did it in an autograph book. You remember those? You used to see them in the old TV, watch old TV shows. Sometimes somebody has an autograph book, and it was a little booklet like this, and it would say autographs on it. And when you see celebrities, if you saw one, if you were into that, hey, could you sign my book? And they would just put their signature in there, and it was proof to others, I guess, that you met that person. And you don't see those autograph books around anymore for sale either. Big industry secret. You know what happened to a lot of them?
What?
They were bought out by autograph houses and chopped up.
Wow.
They were chopped up. You ever buy trading cards? I know that there's a lot of trading cards and they put autographs in there. And you ever buy them embossed cards? Like, Lucille Ball's autograph or whatever, because they do them for various celebrities, different musicians or whatever, old TV shows. And it's like a thick card, and it's got the picture, and then there's a slip of paper in there inside the little frame. They chopped that out of somewhere. They cut it out of an autograph book, which means that other autographs were destroyed because, it's you sign page by page, both sides of the paper. So they would prioritize more important autographs, and then the other ones are too bad. So they chop those up. They chop up canceled checks, cutting the signature out of
Oh my
those.
God.
They would chop up letters, unless it's a handwritten letter. But if it's a typewritten letter, that doesn't mean anything. Chop that autograph out. Those autographs houses have been doing that for like the last 20 years.
Wow.
Those books are very hard to find now. With any real signatures in them, not just like a bunch of who the hell is this guy's.
Yeah.
You know, it's unfortunate, but the idea of adding value to something has really driven that market, and people who sign things for a living are driving those prices up because they want to cash in on that.
Well, it just seems like it takes away from everything, because it's like, okay, all you're after is a signature so you can sell it. And you see this with toys, you see this with comics, with everything. People buy a comic book, they buy it cheap, or when it comes out, they get it graded, they sit on it, and then in 5 years a movie come out, oh, I'm going to sell it. You never cared about it. You know, the same with toys. You buy this figure, it's still in the box. I'm going to get it graded. I'm going to sit on it for a while. 5 years, new movie comes out, I'm selling this figure. Or they reboot the TV show, I'm selling this figure. But you never cared about it. So it's like you took something away from somebody that would have wanted it and appreciated it, read it, played with it, whatever. I don't know. I just, like I said, to each his own. It's your money. Do what you want to do. I don't spend your money. You don't spend mine. But for me, I buy stuff because that's what I want. I want to look at it. I want to read it, or whatever I want to do with it. If it's a record, I'm going to listen to it. You know, I don't know. I don't need no signature on nothing.
Yeah, like, I've got the Gil Gerard signature on the Buck Rogers figure up there.
Yeah, you ran all over Georgia for that
I
thing.
did not. But anyway, he was at the one show.
Yeah.
But, I like the show. And I think he did a really good job on it. He was
writing his name?
No, on the show.
Oh.
He acted that part.
Oh yeah.
He did a good performance on that.
Yeah.
He took that very seriously. Even though it was a goofy show, he put his heart in it. And I'm like, okay, I can respect that.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a signature on that just for the nostalgia of it. I'm not huge on autographs either. I'm really not huge on autographs either. And, another one I saw recently was Corey Feldman. You remember Corey Feldman because he's on the autograph circuit too.
Oh wow!
Yeah, who isn't?
Right.
But he has on his placard, he's charging $80 for his signature, right? Personalized, which means best to Joey, best wishes, Corey Feldman, whatever. Okay. Not personalized, just the signature, $160. Because, and this is the idea again, that they're like, oh well, if you're going to flip it, I want a piece of that pie, right? Because nobody wants to go aftermarket unless it's a really rare autograph. Like I said, Houdini. If Houdini said best, dear Johnny, best wishes, who cares? It's Houdini's autograph. You know what I mean? But from that perspective, if you're putting yourself out there and you are selling your autograph to people, it's not your business what they do with it afterwards.
I guess I can almost...
You're selling it.
I know.
Here,
I get what you're
$80. I want $80. Okay,
Yeah.
let's start with the base price for Corey. I don't know why anybody paid. Just
for him.
It's Corey Feldman. I don't know, but I am selling you my autograph. I have sold it to you. What you do with it now is on you. I would like to think you got it because
you
appreciate what I did on X show, movie, album, whatever.
Yeah.
But I have no way of knowing. And really, it's not my business because I sold you the signature. That's like if McDonald's sold you a hamburger and then wanted to charge you extra for it if you were going to give it away to somebody else instead of eating it yourself. You know, it's not their business. They sold you the hamburger and now it's yours and that's it. I know I'm being a little weird with that, but that's how I feel about it. You know, if you're going to sell it.
Mm-hmm. I guess I can almost understand a little bit. Do I agree? I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, you're not that much into it.
No, because I really could care less, because I ain't coming to you to get your autograph. So, I don't care what you do.
Oh,
but
no.
I mean, I can kind of understand, because I think about it like with records. I think about it mainly with records. And the reason why, okay, let's say you bought, I don't know, let's say Beatles' White Album when it came out.
All right.
The year it came out, whatever year that was. So you paid $3.99 for it. Now it's worth, yours is in good shape because you kept it nice. So now it's worth $800.
Okay.
The Beatles got their money from the $3.99.
Yes.
But then all of the members, if let's say they're still alive, they say, hey, wait a minute, this thing's selling for $800. I want my piece.
Yeah.
I want my dime.
And that's kind of what I'm saying.
I know.
You
yeah.
already you made your deal.
Yeah.
You made your contract. Like the transporter said, the deal is the deal.
Yeah. And the same thing with comics. Okay, the artist drew it, the writer wrote it. Back in 1957, it sold for 10 cents.
Yes.
Now that same book is worth $100,000. And they're like, wait a minute. I drew all of those pictures.
Mm-hmm.
The writer, I wrote all of that. The inker, I inked all that. I colored all that. Where's my part of this $100,000? You know what I mean? So I guess in some minute regards, I can kind of see it. Because I guess it does kind of, you feel some kind of way when you know, okay, I made this, I sold it. We agreed that it was going to sell for 10 cents, $3.99.
Mm-hmm.
I got whatever I was supposed to get, but now it's selling for hundreds, even thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and I mean, I can understand feeling slighted because you believe most of the people, and it's probably true, are going to try to flip that signature. Okay?
Yeah.
One, you don't know for sure. Sometimes you do know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can tell.
Yeah, you can look at the person
you
and
can
tell what they're going to
do. A lot of times you don't know the difference. And if that bothers you that much, don't do it.
Yeah, don't sign your name.
But they complain and they want to jack their prices up, but they still sit down at that table. They take that contract and they generate autographs and sell them. But you're still going to complain about it. That's like complaining about your job. You know what? Your job does suck, and you know what? Your pay may not be what you would like it to be, but you signed that contract.
Yeah.
I felt that way about UPS. I hated that job, but I agreed to do it, and I knew what the pay was.
Yeah.
You know, because I worked in the warehouse. I didn't drive. Warehouse people don't make any money, trust me. But I took it because I needed the job. I didn't like it, but I did it because I agreed to do it. I knew what I was getting into.
Yeah.
These people know what they're getting into too.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, they need that money, but they're still going to complain because they're human beings, and that's what people do.
Yeah, that's what human
People
beings
awful.
do.
Yes.
They complain about everything.
Yep.
It seems like.
Yeah, it seems like it. I have an autograph.
Uh-oh, David got an autograph. What is it? Oh, okay.
It is the entire cast of Space Coast, Coast to Coast. All the voice actors from Space Coast. Let me show that. Because I just put up the video of your
Space
Coast, Coast to Coast action figures.
Yeah, I got the whole line.
Yeah, you get the whole set there. And this is all of the signature of the cast.
I used to watch Space Coast,
including
Coast to Coast.
Remarks.
Hi, my name is
Brax. Yeah.
Andy Merrill.
And then, yeah, whatever. And then, ooh, yeah, it's all remarked. Would you like to have that?
Yeah, I'll put it up.
See?
But I ain't buying it.
No, you're not buying it. I'm giving it to you.
I know, but I'm just saying, even if I saw this out,
yeah,
I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, I thought she would like that, though, because you like that show.
Yeah.
But anyways, you have any other points?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Before I move
like
on.
how I feel about it. I'm not a big fan. I had some autograph, and I asked the guy not to. He wanted the autograph. I'm like, look.
I know who that was.
Yeah, because the guy drew a picture, and it was nice.
It was the Joseph Hazard file cards.
File card. And he drew the picture on the front. And he was like, do you want me to sign it? And I'm like, no.
He's like, huh?
He was like, why not? I was like, because you're going to draw on the picture and you're going to ruin it, because then your name's going to be splattered all over the picture and I won't be able to see it.
And then he said, actually, I really appreciate that.
Because it's the truth.
He was, I appreciate that because I worked hard on that. But how about if I sign the back?
Yeah.
Because on the back there's a black border. And she was like, sure.
Yeah, long as you don't
cover the art.
Yeah, because I mean, okay, like on this is fine because it's on the desk. But if you sign on the Space Ghost, then it's like, okay, you covered his face and his chest. And I think about that when I see some comic books, they scribble on the front, and it's like all of that great artwork, and you just wrote all over it. And then this one guy I used to watch, I haven't seen his channel in a while, but he was like the king of autographs for comic books. And he would have the comic book, and he would put a piece of plastic over it and cut slips.
That's right.
And then put
with
the
instructions.
name. Yeah. Somebody signs here, this person, you sign here. And it's like, dude, because he wanted them to sign in certain spots.
He's trying to make it aesthetically correct.
And it's like, sign on the back where nobody cares.
That's another thing about the modern autographs too, is when it's an artist and you get them to do a remark, but instead of because a remark can be they write something extra, like on here where the guy said yeah whatever, like it's something that the character on the show says a lot, or you can draw something, and in a lot of these comics the artist draws in a remark and it looks awful. I'm sorry. That looks terrible. It doesn't even match what's going on. I can understand if it's a blank comic, because they make those now where it's a coverless. Yeah. And you can write whatever you want on there. Okay. And you get an artist to fill that in. Yeah, that's great. But some of the remarks that I see on here are, oh, it's a Spider-Man comic and somebody drew on Venom's face, and it's like, that doesn't look right at all. It looks all screwed up to me. I don't like it. I mean, somebody must like it, but I don't. I don't get it.
They asked me for my signature. I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to end all the way up here.
No.
In big, thick, black Sharpie. And then I might put some other stuff. Hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a really good day.
Oh, wow.
All from here to there. My name go from here to here.
Make it look like the girlfriend variant Spider-Man?
Yep. You want my signature.
And we've been asked for an autograph before, and we're like, really?
I did good, though. I just wrote my name nice and small. I did. Boy,
After all that?
I wanted to go all the way over that paper and write and cover the whole book.
That big double Sharpie where it's like a ½ thick.
I got that Sharpie because I use it for. And it's like this thick.
Oh my God.
And then when you start writing, it start feathering out, so it look like two different.
It bleeds through.
And then you hold it on there real slow so it can bleed all the way through. So then, like the first 3 pages. It got
we'll have your signature.
Yep, and it got those dots all over it.
You're awful. That's terrible.
Nobody will ever want my signature again.
Oh, no.
I'll stop that. Stop you dead in your tracks.
Oh, my God. Anyway. thoughts? What do you think about autographs? Are you into it? How do you feel about what we had to say about it? Do you think the market is desperately oversaturated? I think it is. Do you think it's desperately oversaturated with modern signatures? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up. Share it if you can. Subscribe if you're new. All of that good stuff. Check out some of our other content. If you're new to the channel, you may see something interesting. And if that is it, then what more can we say but thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon.